Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. The African Climate Summit is officially starting today. And according to the plan, it's alleged that it was to start at 9 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. and whereby William Ruto will be meeting a number of heads. And the event is supposed to go until Friday. So it is because of that reason that there were so many pictures which are being shared regarding the delegates who are arriving. Mind you, one of the people supposed to arrive is this UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, and he's supposed to be one of those people who is expected to arrive here in Kenya. But Peter Kaluma has seen a different picture. George Peter Kaluma has realized that the pictures which are circulating online about the CBD, how CBD is at the moment, Nairobi CBD, I mean, depict a scenario whereby now the number of police have exceeded the number of delegates who have trooped in or who are trooping in to the KICC. So that is what Peter Kaluma believes. And that's why he went to his Twitter handle and said the following: police idle, into bracket, are more than delegates attending the Africa Climate Summit in Nairobi CBD. You would think it's a meeting about police numbers in Kenya. Don't Africans love useless and wasteful drama instead of working systems? And he tagged the National Police official, IPOA, and he tagged those accounts. So the tweet from Honorable George Peter Kaluma carries with itself a heavy meaning behind it. Peter Kaluma believes that CBD at the moment is full of police. I mean, police everywhere who are manning that CBD, but the delegates who are coming in are less. So the number of police who are there ni wengi zaidi kushinda the heads of state arriving, or the delegates arriving. So what do you think Peter Kaluma is trying to say here? Maybe, I believe, if I may interpret this tweet from my own perspective, I think what Peter Kaluma is trying to say ni kwamba delegates have shied away from this Africa Climate Summit that is currently taking place at the KICC. Could that be the case? Kwamba delegates wameamua hawaji, ama wale wamekuja ni kidogo sana. Could that be the case? I'm just looking at this whole scenario and saying that if that is what Peter Kaluma is saying, then we could as well say that delegates wameamua hawatakuja, ama watakuja siku ile watataka, maybe because it's 5 days. They can even decide to come on Friday, on Saturday, I mean on Thursday, on Wednesday, on Tuesday. But as you speak, according to the numbers, Peter Kaluma believes that wale wamekuja na wale hawajakuja, wale ambao wamekuja hawashindi wale police numbers in town. I mean the CBD police numbers who have been deployed to do that manning. But why do you think this could be the case? Is it maybe because some African states don't want anything to do with Kenya? Could that be the case? Or could it be because of those remarks which were made? Or what could be the reason why? Or could it be because of the stand of Kenya? Because many African countries who are supporting Russia, so many African states these days who are supporting Russia. Kenya does not. Uganda supports. So with that kind of scenario, you'd find a situation whereby now those countries that don't support Russia wouldn't want to involve themselves with countries that support Russia. Let's just say, for example, a country like South Africa. I don't know that Cyril Ramaphosa will come. That's something that we're still waiting to see if that will happen. Probably if he was invited, or if he's first going to be part of the delegation. If at all that is going to happen, it's just a matter of time whether Cyril Ramaphosa atakuja, na kama atakuja basi tutamuona, na kama hatakuja also expected, because we know that yeye na Kenya kidogo ile uhusiano sio sana hivyo, as a South African head of state there, si sana hivyo, lakini probably he might show up or he might not show up, but either way that is just a matter of time. Time will tell whether it's going to show up, but we know very well that Ramaphosa is not pro-US, he is pro-Russia, and that's why he's part of that's why his country is part of those BRICS members. Of course, there are so many other countries here in Africa, Morocco being one of them, who are actually angling towards joining BRICS. We don't talk about BRICS much because we've been talking about it, but in this kind of summit, for Peter Kaluma to tell us that there are very few delegates who have arrived, as opposed to wale ambao walikuwa wanakuwa expected to arrive, especially day one. Ni muhimu za day one gives you a picture of what is going to happen going forward. Day one ndio hapo kutakuwa na apologies or coming later, but if at a time where Peter Kaluma was sharing this tweet, the attendance of that law, that sends a clear message that probably some people are staying away from this. Maybe they find it irrelevant. This same summit should have been a summit of something else, but not climate summit. They don't find this climate summit debate favoring them. There was a time there was a debate on this also climate summit, the COP27 Global Climate Summit, which was conducted in Egypt. There were so many demonstrations there. There were so many demonstrations in that summit. Looks like there is a different narrative from what Africans believe regarding this issue of climate summit. Like, there's a research I saw somewhere that Africa is supposed or required to finance 579 billion in funding for adaptation through 2030. Yet they were only provided with 11.4 billion. So I think most heads of state will want to shy away from this debate, kwa sababu hii debate looks like Africans will finance pesa nyingi sana. Hiyo pesa ambayo itakuwa finance hapo ni nyingi sana. That's why you find that there are so many demonstrations whenever this kind of summits are held, this kind of climate summits are held, in countries, because some people suspect ukora, because this African Climate Change Fund, hiyo fund, almost $600 billion. Hiyo fund ni nyingi, and it's supposed to be funded through 2030. So like if that is the case, then if you're in 2023, then in 7 years they are supposed to finance close to $600 billion, the Africans. So I think that's why you find that most heads of state hii debate ya African Summit, Africa Climate Summit, hawajai embrace venye nafaa you embrace. They are a bit cagey over this fact, because hiyo pesa ni nyingi and the world is only providing $11 billion. So the rest inafaa Africa wenyewe waitafutie wenyewe, wajitafutie wenyewe. So that's why you find that ili swala lazima delegates watapungua tu. Delegates hawatalivulia nguo tu mzima waoga maji, kwa sababu once ushalivulia nguo lazima utalioga, kwa sababu that kitty is still in doubt by some African head of states. Some head of state bado hawajali embrace completely. That's why you find that there are countries whose representatives watakuja, kuna wale hawatakuja. And that's why Peter Kaluma has reacted as saying that wale ambao wamekuja hawashindi hata polisi. The police wameshinda wale ambao wamekuja. So in other words, Peter Kaluma was trying to say that you would think it is a meeting about police numbers in Kenya. So ladies and gentlemen, I like to rest my case there, but you just go down to your comment section and you can react to what Peter Kaluma said. And if you missed what he said, this is what he said. Police are more than delegates attending the African Climate Summit in Nairobi CBD. You would think it's a meeting about police numbers in Kenya. Don't Africans love useless and wasteful drama instead of working systems? That is what Honorable George Peter Kaluma shared in his Twitter handle. So just go down the comment section and share your feedback regarding that tweet. And to those people who have not subscribed to this channel, I'd like to kindly request you to take 1 second, only 1 second, and subscribe to our channel. Give this video a like to get it shared on the YouTube platform. If you've subscribed, please don't forget to hit the notification bell. And to those people who have subscribed to this channel, I want to say here that I'm forever grateful for your support. Without you, this channel cannot be where it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, stay blessed. Until we catch up again in our next analysis.